Nowadays, when Restaurant Pearl Morissette chef Daniel Hadida hits the road, it's mostly in search of a good lunch, usually at small, local, family-run restaurants like Maria's Tortoise Jalisco on the outskirts of Hamilton.
It's nice to see when small spots like this are sort of out of the way, are really appreciated by the area around. Hello.
Hello.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Hello, how you doing? Good, thank you. Hungry, yeah, ready to get something to eat. Yeah. Wow, that looks amazing.
That's fabulous.
You know, the benefit that we have here is exposure to all these different cultures. I think there's a lot to be learned from those types of experiences. You know, the logic of how they operate and the joy around food and that experience and sharing it with other people.
And how does that connect with the two projects here? So the bakehouse I've never been to.
Yeah, so we found ourselves working with grains more and more, and it got to a point where we just felt like we had a lot more to say in that area. And so an opportunity came up for a space close to the restaurant, and it just really felt intuitively like the right thing to do.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Right now you're doing, obviously, breads and baked goods, but the aromas are lovely. But also simple dinners on the weekend?
Yeah, kind of bistro and wine bar in the evening. So serving a lot of the Pearl Morissette wines. And just sort of focusing on, you know, things we might want to eat a little bit more casually, or things that really satisfy a craving or hit on a point of nostalgia. Yeah, so dig in. So the maple cuinement, we spent at least 2 months testing these.
Yeah.
Ultimately, what we found is that baking them in the bread oven as opposed to our convection ovens was the key to the whole thing.
That's excellent.
And it's just sort of rooted in being really excited about deliciousness and beautiful things, and you know, trying to understand what a food culture might look like out here in a real way.
On that note, what are we looking forward to at Pearl Morissette this season that might be different from previous years? And you've done a bit of a renovation, but what else?
So I think as we get to know the land around here better and we sort of become more developed as cooks, you know, you start to see experimentation start to turn more so into like stylistic decision making. So it's understanding like how a farm and garden that's located directly you know, on the same property as a restaurant can work together in really dynamic ways. You know, that's kind of a really fun thing, and this year we're looking forward to developing that relationship even more.
A couple of years since I've been inside the dining room. The last few times I've been here, I've been to sit outside and look quick.
It's a great time of year to be here in the early spring. Pretty drastic change in the season, and I know that Eric's been at the restaurant while we've been snacking and traveling around, preparing some great things for lunch.
So is there somewhere I can plug in around here?
Yeah, we've got a plug just over here that you can pull in and we'll get you all charged up.
It's fantastic to be back in the dining room at RPM, where chefs Daniel Hadida and Eric Robertson are showcasing great Southern Ontario products in a manner that is unique, cerebral, and delicious.